Andrew Darlington with Veritas Risk Management and Insurance Services. Today we're going to talk about a cyber claim that is in court right now because someone possibly misrepresented on an application. Here in a second I'm going to tell you more. Okay, so this is an interesting situation. It's a lawsuit with Travelers and a client. And the client or someone doing on behalf of the client represented that they used a multi-factor authentication on their digital assets and some other things on the application. The document was signed by an employee of the company, but what happens a lot of times is, and I know this, a lot of times the client of the company won't read the application, and a lot of times I have to go back and say, hey, you need to make sure you read this application, everything's correct. Don't just blatantly sign it when you haven't looked at anything, because you don't want to misrepresent something and not have any coverage. And that's what's happening in this situation. So there was a data breach, is a ransomware attack, and Travelers was the carrier. Travelers is saying that we would not have insured this company had we known that they did not have multi-factor authentication. The company is saying, hey, we did have multi-factor authentication on our firewall, but none of our other digital assets, so we answered appropriately, we had multi-factor authentication. The takeaway here is it's going to be a very interesting legal battle to see who ends up winning this situation, depending on how big the ransomware attack is, and is going to determine how aggressive the attorneys are on either side so that they can limit their losses. But the big thing is whenever you get an insurance application to sign, whether it's property, liability, your home or auto, and cyber, obviously, make sure you read the application, because you don't want to sign an application and have misrepresentation. If you don't read the application, it's probably not going to be fraud because you're not intentionally doing, but it still can be misrepresentation, which can eliminate coverage. A lot of times agents are trying to get stuff done and they just want to sell you a policy. They don't really care about anything else. So they're just going to check all the boxes that make you look good. But at the end of the day, you really don't look so good. And the policy may have not even been able to be issued if certain things were in place. So the takeaway here is, one, always read the application that you sign. Two, make sure it's truthful. In some situations, it's not the worst thing. If there's a question on an application, this is a big one, on any insurance application, that says, do you have a fire system, and do you have a burglar system? If you put yes, that you have a monitored burglar system, you are going to get possibly a discount on your property insurance. But the problem with that is, a lot of times that comes with an exclusion on the policy saying if you don't have that burglar system set up, you're not using the call center that they're using or the fire alarm system, you've got no coverage. And so that's a big thing. So for maybe a 2 to 5% discount on your premium, you've completely eliminated if someone forgot to pay the bill to the local security company, like in our area, Fleener Alarm or an ADT or something like that. You don't want that to happen, because then it completely negates your property insurance policy. A lot of times we'll advise our clients, hey, listen, let's just talk to the underwriter, get some premium down a little bit, but let's not say that you have that, because we don't want something to slip through the cracks and then you don't have any coverage. Even though you do have that, you don't want those exclusions on your policy, and a lot of companies will throw those in automatically. And if your agent doesn't know what they're doing, you could end up with those kinds of gaps in coverage. So if you have questions about your policy, if you have gaps in coverage, or what you actually signed on an application, even what the application means, call us. We're happy to help. Even if we can't do business with you, we'll be happy to give you our opinion and to shoot it back to you. But reach out, 423-292-4142. You can call us, you can text us at that number. Any social media platform, you can probably get to us. And then you can also email us at help@veritasrm.com. Until next time, God bless.